EPIC SHOWDOWN. Jessica Pegula versus Coco Gauff, Wuhan Open 2025 Final Live. Schedule, head-to-head, and how to watch. The city of Wuhan was alive with sound and pulse. Neon lights shimmered across the skyline as the wind rolled through the East Lake Tennis Center. Crowds gathered, their chants echoing through the evening air. Coco, Coco. Pegula, Pegula. Two names, two flames burning in the same American fire. The young phenom and the steadfast veteran, both chasing the same dream, the Wuhan Open crown, and perhaps something deeper, legacy. For Coco Gauff, this was another step in her meteoric rise, the kind of rise that transcends sport and becomes legend. For Jessica Pegula, it was about resilience, the slow, steady defiance of time and doubt, and the quiet belief that experience can still tame youth. The air felt electric. It wasn't just another WTA final. It was a story of generations colliding under Chinese lights, a torch being tested, not yet passed. Two roads to Wuhan. The Wuhan Open 2025 was more than just another tour event. It was the proving ground of champions, where dreams either solidified or shattered. Coco Gauff, just 21, entered the tournament with confidence sharper than ever. Her summer had been remarkable, a string of deep runs, thrilling comebacks, and that unshakable fire in her eyes. From her first match in Wuhan, she looked different, calmer, stronger, with a rhythm that danced between power and poise. In the quarterfinals, she dismantled Laura Siegemund in straight sets. In the semis, she took down Jasmine Paolini, the same opponent who had pushed her to the limit months ago. But this time, Coco was untouchable. Her backhand screamed through the court like thunder. Her forehand painted the lines. Her eyes said everything. I'm ready. Across the draw, Jessica Pegula was quietly doing what she does best, executing. While the spotlight tilted toward the young star, Pegula built her path with surgical precision. She stunned the world number one Aryna Sabalenka in one of the most electrifying matches of the season. A 3-hour masterclass of patience and courage. She outlasted rallies, absorbed power, and turned defense into poetry. Pegula was 31 now, no longer the tour's new face, but its seasoned warrior. And yet, in her game, there was no slowing, only wisdom. When the semifinals ended, one truth became clear to every tennis fan across the globe. The Wuhan final wasn't just an American clash. It was a collision of eras. The calm before the war. The night before the final, both players retreated into silence. Gauff stayed in her hotel room, overlooking the city skyline, headphones in, visualizing the match. Her playlist was a blend of calm R&B and electric beats, soundtracking the vision in her mind. Holding the trophy, hearing the crowd chant her name. She had been here before. The pressure, the spotlight, the expectations. But this one felt different. She wasn't just playing for another title. She was playing to cement her place among the greats. Pegula, meanwhile, kept her routine simple. Dinner at 7, stretching at 8, sleep by 10. There was a serenity in her preparation, a veteran's quiet knowing. She'd faced Gauff before. She knew the speed, the intensity, the power. But she also knew something Gauff didn't yet. How to survive the storm of expectation. Their head-to-head stood close. Gauff led 3-2, but every match had been a battle. Each time they met, the dynamic shifted. Student versus mentor, fire versus ice, youth versus endurance. And now, Wuhan was about to host their most important meeting yet. Lights on, eyes wide. Sunday, October 12th, 2025, Wuhan Open Final. The stadium was packed. Tennis fans waved flags. Phones glowed like stars, and the sound of drums from the stands gave the court a heartbeat. The stage shimmered in electric blue. Cameras panned to the entrance tunnel. First came Jessica Pegula, calm, composed, walking with headphones and a steady gaze. Then, a roar from the crowd. Coco Gauff, bouncing lightly, smiling, shadow swinging her racket, ready to set fire to the court. As they warmed up, the commentators whispered the storylines. A clash of generations. Pegula's experience versus Gauff's explosive energy. America versus America, but only one can walk out with crown. The umpire called. Time. Ready. Play. The battle began. The first set, the lesson. From the first ball, Pegula played like a tactician. She slowed the tempo. She sliced, redirected, forced Gauff to think. Every rally was a chess match. Every point a small war. Gauff, eager and explosive, went for winners early, too early. A few errors crept in. Pegula read them like a book, sending the ball deep, making the younger player chase shadows. At 4-2, Pegula broke serve. The crowd gasped as she clenched her fist softly. Not celebration, just confirmation. The plan was working. Minutes later, she closed the set 6-3. Coco walked to her chair, towel over her face. The camera zoomed in. You could see her whispering to herself. Breathe. Reset. You've been here before. Her coach, from the stands, nodded. He didn't need a shout. Coco understood the assignment. The final was far from over. The fire was only just beginning to burn. The second set, the spark. The next set opened with a different Coco. More patient, more focused. She started to use her legs, sliding, defending, attacking with purpose. Pegula's control began to meet resistance. Rallies grew longer, the crowd louder. Every time Gauff landed a winner, the stadium trembled. At 3-3 came the rally of the night, 34 strokes. Pegula slicing, Coco sprinting corner to corner, until finally, a backhand down the line that painted the edge of the court. Winner, Gauff screamed. The crowd erupted. Momentum shifted. Pegula looked toward her box, breathing deep. Experience told her not to panic. But Coco had found rhythm. At 5-4, Gauff broke serve with a forehand missile that echoed like thunder. 6-4, set all. The final set, the crown, under the glowing roof of Wuhan. The final set began like a movie climax. Beyond Wuhan, the 2025 Wuhan Open would be remembered not just for its winner, but for what it represented. The changing of the guard, the bridge between two eras of American tennis. Coco Gauff's name would light up headlines around the world. The Queen of China, Gauff conquers Wuhan. Pegula's grace meets Gauff's power. American tennis is in beautiful hands. For fans, it was more than a match. It was poetry, written with rackets, played with hearts. And as the tour moved on to the next city, the next arena, the world knew one truth. When Coco Gauff and Jessica Pegula share a court, tennis becomes art. Schedule and how to watch recap for fans who missed it. Round pushpin event. Wuhan Open 2025 final. Tennis matchup. Jessica Pegula versus Coco Gauff. Alarm clock date and time. Sunday, October 12th, 2025, 7 p.m. local time. Stadium venue. Eastlake Tennis Center, Wuhan, China. Television live broadcast. WTA TV, ESPN Plus, and local regional networks. Globe with Meridian's live stream. WTAtennis.com, YouTube highlights, and official WTA app. Final words. When the lights dim and the crowds fade, what remains are stories like this, of fire and composure, youth and wisdom, rivalry and respect. Coco Gauff may have taken the crown that night in Wuhan, but Jessica Pegula's spirit was carved into every point of that final. Together, they reminded the world what tennis truly is, a dance of generations, a fight of souls, and a celebration of dreams. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.